All right, welcome everybody to the Best Damn Baseball Show here on Best Damn Sports. I am your host, Ash, and we are going to recap all the day games from Wednesday, June the 11th. Day games only. We'll do a night recap later on, but might as well go ahead and get these day games out of the way while there were so many of them that we could get done in one batch. We'll start right away here with the most intriguing series of the week, in my opinion, and that was the San Diego Padres hosting the Los Angeles Dodgers. Such implications on that NL West division. The Dodgers took the series 2-1 after a 5-2 win today. The Padres only scratched across 4 hits in the game today. So that was really good pitching and defense by the Dodgers. Will Smith went 2 for 4 with an RBI in the 9th inning to push that lead to 5-2, scoring Shohei Ohtani, who had tripled just before. And the Dodgers are now up 2 games on San Diego. Next up, the Reds were demolished today by the Cleveland Guardians, 11-2. This snapped a 5-game win streak and prevented a sweep of Cleveland. Nick Lodolo on the hill today. In the preview this morning, I had this the other way around, with Lodolo kind of being the guy that's been an ace so far this year, and Logan Allen just kind of getting by on a pitch-to-contact type pitcher. But Nick Lodolo was awful in this game, only 3 1/3 innings pitched and gave up 6 earned runs. Meanwhile, Logan Allen pitched really well. Another solid outing as 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, and 6 strikeouts. More Ks than you would normally get from a guy like Logan Allen. But that, in order for him to make his stuff work, he just kind of pitches the contact and lets his defense do it. But today he was able to retire guys with the strikeout as well. Emmanuel Clase recorded the save for Cleveland. And the Guardians right now, a little bit worried about them despite the win today. The run differential now is -14. So they were able to increase it by 9 runs. But -14 run differential is pretty bad, and it's not going to get them in playoff contention. They're going to have to get it together as they are now 8.5 games out of the lead in the AL Central. Moving along back to the National League West, Arizona completes the sweep of the Seattle Mariners. My, oh my. Sorry, Dave, I had to use your phrase, but the Mariners are really, really struggling. Eugenio Suarez hit his 3rd grand slam of the season today in that 5-2 win. And the Mariners, I mentioned that they are really struggling. They are 2-8 in their last 10, and they are sliding fast in that AL West. The Mariners, they are going to have to make a trade for some offense. They are really struggling at the plate and need to get it going. Brian Wu didn't have his best outing, but normally he's one of the top pitchers in the American League. So not too worried about him long term, even though it was a little bit of a rocky day. The Phillies, back to the National League. The Phillies, they beat the Cubs today 7-2. And goodness, this is another one where this morning on the preview show, I kind of talked about how these two pitchers kind of were going in opposite directions. Well, they both reversed course today, and that is Jesus Luzardo, who had given up 20 earned runs in his previous 2 starts combined. Today, he went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, no walks, only 1 earned run, and 10 strikeouts. It was an excellent performance today for Jesus Luzardo. And Ben Brown, who had pitched so well over his last 2 games, gave up 6 earned runs in 5 2/3. And to be honest, I don't even know how they kept him in after the 4th inning. He gave up the 6 earned runs in the first 4 innings. So I'm really surprised that he even went back out for the 5th inning. But good on him for going out there and gutting another inning and 2/3 out of it. But the story to me right now with the Philadelphia Phillies is Alec Bohm. I mean, people need to start talking about Alec Bohm. This is a guy through the first month of the season. His slash line was a 221, 252, 274, and many, many people were starting to talk, should the Phillies replace Alec Bohm in the lineup? Well, since then, he's performed like an all-star caliber player. Since May 1st, Alec Bohm's slash line is now 328, 367, 474 with a 136 WRC plus. So Alec Bohm right now is one of the best hitters in baseball, and this guy deserves some talk for the National League All-Star game. Moving along, another NL East game for the Atlanta Braves playing the Central Division's Milwaukee Brewers today. The Braves have been really, really bad of late, but they do take 2 out of 3 from the Brewers, and it couldn't be more timely. The Braves beat Milwaukee today 6-2. That improves them to I mean, they're 2-8 in their last 10, so they're really struggling. But they did get a home run from Ronald Acuna Jr. And I mentioned this in the recap after Monday's games. That on Monday they had Chris Sale go out there and pitch dominantly and helped them stop a losing streak. You need stoppers in your rotation to end losing streaks badly. And that's exactly what they got on Monday from Chris Sale. And then they got it again today, another complete game, this time out of Spencer Schwellenbach, who went 9 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, and 9 strikeouts. So Spencer Schwellenbach and Chris Sale, absolute stoppers this week for Atlanta, enabling them to win 2 out of 3 games against Milwaukee. Moving along, the Toronto Blue Jays beat the St. Louis Cardinals today 5-2. And the Blue Jays now complete the sweep against St. Louis. St. Louis is now 3-7 in their last 10. So they are kind of scuffling a bit while Toronto is going up the ladder and trying to close the gap on the Yankees. Looks like the Yankees are going to win today as they're up big on Kansas City as we speak. And the Jays are currently 3.5 back of the Yankees right now. That'll probably be 4 games after the Yankees finish off that game against Kansas City. But what I want to talk about with Toronto is much maligned last year was Bo Bichette, but Bo Bichette is back and really playing well. And part of that is the fact that he has a career best strikeout per 9 rate of 16.1%. That's 3% down from just last year. I mean, you strike out less, you get more hits. I mean, it kind of makes sense. But in addition to that, he's not hitting the ball on the ground quite as much. He's been a guy that hovered around 49-50% of his balls in play being on the ground, which, as a lot of folks will tell you, is not very good. But this year it's down to 44%. So that combine that with lower strikeout rates, and Bo Bichette is having a great year and is really earning his next contract because he will be a free agent after the season. So it'll be really interesting to see what Toronto does. If they stay in contention, obviously they're going to keep him and try to re-sign him. But if they start fading a bit, you might see him moved, and then maybe Toronto tries to extend him in the off, or go back out and bring him back in the offseason. Who knows? But Bo Bichette is back and playing really well. Moving along in the American League, the Los Angeles Angels beat the A's 6-5. Really frustrating for the A's probably because they got 2 outstanding performances today. Brent Rooker hit 2 home runs on the game. And J.P. Sears, who's been really scuffling over the last month, went 5 1/3 with 2 earned runs allowed and 9 strikeouts. So an outstanding performance on the mound by J.P. Sears, but unfortunately the A's were not able to take advantage. And finishing up on the day games, the Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Florida Marlins 5-2. Of note in this game, Andrew McCutchen hit his 241st home run with the Pirates as a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and that passed Roberto Clemente for all time on the Pirates list. Congratulations to Andrew McCutchen of the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is a guy who's had an illustrious career and one of my favorite players over the last 10, 15 years. So really happy for him to get that home run and career milestone. In the game, Bailey Falter went 5 1/3 and only gave up 1 earned run. Bailey Falter may just be the most underappreciated pitcher in all of baseball. All he does is go out there and be consistent. He's not flashy about it. He doesn't strike a lot of guys out, but he goes in there, out there and gives you innings and keeps you in the game. As a back, a 4-5 starter, that's all you need from a guy like that is to keep you in the game. And that's what Bailey Falter does, the most underappreciated pitcher in all of baseball. And we will recap the night games later on tonight. But that's all the day games for today. So thank you for watching. Hit that like button on this video. Leave us a comment. What was your, leave us a comment below the video and let us know what your thoughts on the day games were. What was the biggest news article from these games that you saw today, or any thoughts that you may have on one of these games. And make sure, if this is the first time you're coming across us, hit that subscribe button so that you can catch our content in the future. Thank you guys, and have a good one.